Hello, this is Steph and welcome to this new video. Today we're going to see images, videos, how to put them together, and the concept of frame rate. I took the videos from this dataset. This dataset is this was set right here. I put it in the description down below. So this is a pool, a quite big pool of videos. These are coming from analog sources, so they're not affected by any video compression. The only thing is that they can reach quite big sizes. So okay, nowadays it's not a big deal, but for example, here you have a video at 720 in resolution, 600 frames. You have 831 megabytes, so quite a big size. This is because this is a series of uncompressed frames. We're going to use the first in this dataset. If you would like to use any other, feel free. This is quite useful since if you want to test your codec, if you want to test FFmpeg, this is what is used very often. So I use it very often in my past. Okay, here we are in the terminal. We are already in the videos folder, and as you can see, I've already downloaded the video file. So this is the first file in the list. If you want to play the video, there's FFPlay. FFPlay is installed as soon as you install FFmpeg. Usually if you install it with apt, it is included, so you have FFmpeg, FFPlay and FFprobe. We're going to see FFprobe later in the future. And so let's have a play at this video file. You'll see that there is a simple window opening. If you want, you can navigate back and forth, but I'm interested in how the video looks like. And also it tells some information about the video itself. So here we have the duration that is 10 seconds, 10.01 seconds. You have okay, the bit rate. You have that is a raw video, so it's a sequence of pictures without compression between one frame and the other. You also have the type of frame format, you got the resolution, etc, etc. You got the frame rate. Let's see how to modify it later. Okay, so what you can do, as we saw in the previous video, we can do an FFmpeg -i. Okay, in this case we take as input the file that we already have. We can change the type of codec. For example, we want to make it H.264. We can also choose the quality. We have different flags to choose the quality. We have the -Q, we have the -CRF, but at the moment we keep the default values that the software provides. So here now we use libx264 to generate the video. It has its own options to make a good video. So I don't say it's an optimal video. To set it optimally as you want, you can select with the flags I've just mentioned, but at the moment we can be happy like this. So we are naming it the same way. In this case, we would like to generate, well, let's say an MKV. So let's give the command. You see that the video is converted. Right, so now we have a video. If we make an FFplay on the new video, you will see that the video plays fine. So still with 29.97 FPS, so good. Okay, now we know how to generate a video file. Now we're going to generate images. After all, a video is a sequence of images, so why cannot we do this? Let's invoke our old FFmpeg and FFmpeg -i. We put the name of the original video, and then we got to do something before. We cannot go directly with the images, otherwise we generate the images here, but since we have plenty of frames, we make a mess in our videos folder. So what we would like to do before, we're going to take a new folder called output frames, and now what we would like to do is to generate frames. So FFmpeg -I, name of the file, and now what is the syntax? First of all, we got to put the output folder, output frames slash. Now the sequence of images in FFmpeg are put like this. So we got to put the text, the string we want to put before. This is the heading text, the first part of the text as a file name for our frames. Now I put also a dash. And now how do we put a progressive number as soon as the frames are going by? So we put a percentage symbol, then 0, and then a D. What does it mean? What is this syntax? What's the meaning of this syntax? So now we're going to express a number. Sorry, I made a mistake. We put the 03D. So percentage means, let's start with the syntax of this number. We put zeros in the beginning, and we know that this type of file has a number of digits that is 3. So we have frame dash 000 because we have 3 digits, 001, 002, etc. So 03D stands for integer number, so 03D.png. In this case, it's going to generate frames, and then later we check what is the syntax. Okay, the frames have been generated. Now, what we would like to do is to scan and see what are our files, and here we go. So in the folder output frames, we have these 300 frames. So from frame 001 to frame 300, all with 3 digits, as we said, so as we wanted. Good. Now we have our images. How do we play these images as if they were a unique video file? So we can use FFPlay still. FFPlay. We take the output frames and we put the same syntax that we put before. So frame dash percentage 03D.png. So now we said play all the videos, play all the frames from the first to the last. And let's see what happens. Okay, the video plays perfectly. There's only a problem. Well, not a big deal, but it's still important. The problem is that now the frame rate is not the one that we had in the beginning. Why? Because we didn't specify. So we specified which are the frames they want to play, but we didn't specify the speed we want to play these frames. So how do we do to specify this to FFPlay? What we would like to do is to still invoke FFPlay. Well, let's take the same command that we had before, but we need to specify a flag. The flag is minus frame rate. In this case, the frame rate was 29.97, so not a big difference compared to the 25. But in the end, let's consider, for example, now the video is very short, 10 seconds more or less. But if you have minutes or hours of video, if you have a difference in the frame rate, the longer the video, the more is this difference. So it's important to put the right frame rate. So now we have 29.97, and now we can play the video. So you see here the FPS is 29.97, and okay, we're ready to go. So now we know how to play the videos. So how to play video frames, so sequence of images, using the right speed. Okay, so now how do we generate a video out of a sequence of images? So still FFmpeg -I, same syntax as the one that we set before, so output frames slash frame dash Same syntax that we put before, so %03d.png. Now, since we know that the frame rate is 29.97, we got to put this before the -i. So this is an important thing about FFmpeg in general. So what we put before the -i regards the thing that we put as input. What we put after the -i regards the output file. So here it's something dealing with the input that we want to put the frame rate at 29.97. So -r 29.97. So output frames. Okay. And as output, what we would like is to put a codec that we would like. For example, HEVC, high efficiency video codec, H.265, into an MP4, just to change the extension, because before we made a MKV, now MP4 can be a good thing. So let's go. Now, is fine. Let's play with FFPlay. So Akio.mp4. And here we go. The video plays at 29.90 frames per second. So far, so good. Of course, this option can be used also with video files. So if you take the original video where we started this video from, what you can do is to change the frame rate before. So if you would like to put a frame rate of 15, so we put at almost half of the original frame rate, and we are going to generate a video with still high efficiency video codec, H.265. And the name of the file is the MP4, so we're going to overwrite the MP4. Here the software tells me, pay attention, you are writing a new file that you've already written before. So you would like to overwrite, we put yes. It goes on with the encoding. So here, if we play the video, I play here.mp4, you will see that the video is slower. The video is slower because now the frame rate is 15 frames per second. Okay. And also, I would like to point out that now the duration is 20 seconds. Before it was 10 seconds. So we half the frame rate, we half the number of frames we want to show every second. And so we have the video that lost the double of the original time. Now, pay attention about this thing because many people get it wrong. So we said the -r before the -i. So this regards the input video. If you put the r after the -i option, so after the name of the input file, what happens is something different, something unexpected. So now let's see what happens. So FFmpeg -i original video. So in this case, we have the video that is 29.97 frames per second. In this case, let's put the -r option with the 15 after the name of the file. And now we're going to put Akio CIF.mp4 again. I would like to specify the type of codec, still HEVC. And let's see what happens. So now the video has been generated. Let's play the video now. So play. Good. Now you see that the video plays at the same speed, but the frame rate is 15 frames per second. So in this case, what we would like to do, what we did, is to have a video that is almost 10 seconds, but we have a difference in the frame rate. In this case, the software dropped some frames in order to bring the video at 15 frames per second, but the duration is still the same. So before we changed the speed of the video. Now what we did is to drop frames in order to report the speed. Of course, if we bring up the frame rate, we're going to add frames, so you will have duplicate frames within the video. So let's see this thing. Again, I'm taking the previous command. In this case, I will put double the original speed, so it's 59.94 frames per second. Let's specify HEVC again. Here the software tells me that I want to overwrite the video, so pull MP4 that is always overwritten. So now what we have is not a video that is playing double of its speed. We have a video that has double the number of the frames. So be careful about this thing. So let's play the video again. So the video plays at the normal speed. We only have more frames. In fact, the video lasts for 10 seconds like before. And the frame rate is 59.94 frames per second. Do we want to check if we have double frames? We can do it. So mkdir, we're going to put our new folder. So mkdir double frames. And now what we would like to do is to generate a command with FFmpeg here.mp4, because this was the one with 59.94 frames per second. And we take the sequence of frames inside the double frames folder. So double frames, and remember the comments from before, percentage 0 3 D, so we know that it's 600 frames. If we had more than 1000 frames, here we put a 4, 5, etc. Depends on how many digits would you like to have. Let's put also a frame in the beginning, frame dash.png. Okay, now it generates the frames. Good. And so if now we are navigating into the folder, so just to see immediately what we have, if you're going to the videos folder and then the double frames, you will see that some of the frames, so let's see some of them that are contiguous but different. Here we see that all the frames are doubled. So these are the same, these are the same, these are the same, these are the same, etc. So we are going until the frame 600. And that's how it works. So we have the double number of the frames from the original video. So remember this thing. We can generate, so just to sum up, making a summary of what we did in this video so far. So we can not only generate videos out of FFmpeg, we can also take out the frames that make up the original video, and we can go from images to video, from video to images, and we can change the frame rate. Be careful, it's always the -R option. If you put the -R before the -I, that stands for the input file. So if you put it before the -I, you change the speed of the video. If you put it after, you're going to drop or add frames in order to bring your video up to the frame rate that you want. So different behaviors, different targets, different scopes. So if you would like to do one, do one. If you would like to do the other, do the other. Depends what you would like to do. Both are useful. I've always used both according to the thing that I would like to have. Thank you very much for your time spent with me, and please remember to put a like, share, subscribe down below. Put a comment if you would like, and see you next time with new content regarding this and many other content. So see you next time. Bye. Ciao. Ciao. Ciao.